We can keep going with this like the whole show.
I like it. I'm ready to like start singing "You're the Best Around."
We would have used it if the copyright laws.
Want to go to golf and stuff?
Hey, Novelty Golf is right. Like it's not too far from here. You ever been to Novelty Golf?
No.
Dude, Novelty.
I only do golf and stuff, man.
All right, we're going on Facebook Live as well.
Live? Oh no.
We're on Facebook Live.
Is it official?
Yes, we are. We're
official. Is it official, Mr. Miyagi?
Hey, yeah, Novelty Golf is not too far from here. It's just like that golf and stuff place.
No, there's nothing like golf and stuff.
I'm telling you, they had this place called the Bunny Hutch over there. I don't know if people listen to this that lived around the area.
Is Ralph Macchio going to be there?
No.
Then I don't.
They have this rooster though on the golf course. It got stolen like twice, I think.
Nope.
So
it's not the same.
Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to fix this. Man,
hurry up. I'm excited.
I know we are. Hold on. All right.
I've been waiting my whole life. There you go. Yeah.
No, we don't have to do this.
I like it. Helps me focus.
We should put an X on the Hop's face when we do this.
No. I think he watches Karate Kid too. I think he's a fan.
No, he doesn't. Actually, I think he's always on here because you can see how many people are on here watching.
Yeah.
But he never like says anything. He just has it on.
He's
the back.
Just
He just watches.
I hope they talk about me.
Yeah.
I hope they mention me. With that creepy voice of his.
They're watching. I can't shoot them all off. I bet she's listening right now. Let's see if he says anything.
I'm a better basketball player than both those guys. What?
No way, man.
I mean, he probably thinks that. It's okay. It's all good.
I got to put the pop up here, but I want to block you.
No, dude, move it. All right, I'm not Mush, who, by the way, thinks he's the World's Wrestling Federation champion still.
He does.
Yeah.
We should play this on. I don't know how to get this on a replay. Just to keep going.
Oh.
Like how to keep just going over and over again.
Why don't we insert lyrics?
Where's Tom Chris at?
Oh, thank God he's not here, man. I can't wait to quit. I hate working for him. I can't wait till enough people know about me where I could just tell Tom Chris to stick it, man.
Man, you hate the guy that bad.
Dude, he sabotages everything. He's
because
horrible.
He called you Snowflake?
Okay, that's besides the point. But
I guess I'm saying it's
Tom Chris is the epitome of incompetence. Can we talk about Tom Chris?
Yeah.
No. We got to focus today. We got Cobra.
We can if we want to.
No, today. Hey,
this is the second show.
No, man.
Oh God,
we're talking about Cobra Kai today, man.
Yeah. He's bringing the guns out.
Yeah. No, it's not about that. It's about what I got. You got some shoulder pads?
Tom Chris did say though that we're probably going to get the most views on this one.
He's right because he's not on it.
Potentially, yeah.
Anyway.
So for the guys who are just tuning in, like, dude, what the fuck?
Woo! Banzai!
What's going on right now?
Banzai Danya-san.
We are not. We're not going to really talk too much about sports. What we're testing out is we're doing a podcast / live feed of just really anything, and we're going to talk just whatever comes off the top of our head. We may. I want to try to stray from. Well, you really can't. Politics and religion, like a bar. But you can't. There's a lot of topics out there.
Yeah, but we could just focus on Cobra Kai.
No, I know. That's what we're going to focus on today's show. But I'm saying like for future shows when we do future stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, do you keep it like a bar? No religion, no politics. But at the end of the day, you got to talk like some subjects are going to involve that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean.
But then I don't want people sitting here looking at us saying, "Oh, which we're not," but we're going to make America great again hats on here. Like, go for Trump. You know what I mean? It's like you can't.
Oh
but
man.
In a way, we want to do like a Joe Rogan type of feel. So if you guys do listen to Joe Rogan, we're going to try to do something like that where we're just chilling out and log on. The good news though for you, Louis, is that this is the second show, meaning there's really no timeline, so we can go for like 3 hours if you want.
Oh my God, no! I gotta get to sleep too, man.
No, we'll sleep here, man.
I'm starving.
What if we slept an 8 while we're on live? That'd be pretty sick.
Do you think anybody wants to see that?
Hey, why not? We'll be eating.
They want to witness a pig out?
Go to Gene and Jude's for some hot dogs.
Ooh.
You said pizza, yeah, dude. Oh, here you go. Perfect. You really think what's
Pequod's
is better than Bert's?
Yeah,
No.
Pequod's is the best.
I know it's the same
Pepperoni,
guy.
sausage, pineapple, well done. Yeah.
Listen, I know it's the same guy where Bert, the original guy, Bert. First, do you know what is his original pizzeria? See? Now we're starting to talk.
Yeah, he was. I mean, right? Well, he had both. It was Bert's.
No,
he moved in.
What was
Bert's.
his original one before Bert's?
Wasn't it Pequod's?
No.
I don't know.
Gulliver's.
He had Gulliver's.
He
Are you
was
sure?
He was the chef in Gulliver's, and then he ended up buying Gulliver's.
Oh,
And then he shut it down,
'Cause
and
it
then he ended up
sucks.
opening up Bert's.
Got it.
And then he had Bert's for a while, and then he shut that down and ended up opening up it's like right behind the alley. Pequod's and Morton
Yeah,
Grove.
it's kind of like in a shady area,
Yeah.
but it's all
No,
good.
it's a good area. It's not a bad area.
Well, like, you go and you pick it up in the alley. It's kind of
Jeez.
weird, but it's all good.
I'll show you bad areas if you want bad areas. I was trying to send you to one earlier.
Yeah, I know. Misdirected me.
He was trying to come to the studio, and I told him the wrong
Ah.
trying to go to the wrong part of town. And then he ended up leaving Pequod's, and then he reopened Bert's up again. But I don't know, man. I like Bert's more. I think when Bert well, now obviously everybody knows Bert's passed away. But Anthony, who really put Bert on the map, was Anthony Bourdain. If you didn't know that.
I didn't.
So you know who Anthony Bourdain is?
Nope.
Anthony Bourdain is a guy who was a chef and a food critic for many, many years all over the world. He had a show on the Travel Channel, and he currently has a show on CNN called Parts Unknown, where he travels the world and he tries cuisines, authentic cuisines, and he just hangs out with people that he knows from all over the world. He came to Chicago, and one of his friends told him that you have to eat at Bert's. So I forget, this was in the 90s, I think. He ended up coming to Bert's in Morton Grove, and he ate there. And he said after that day, like, this is the best pizza I have ever eaten in my entire life all over the world. And that's what put Bert on the map, because Anthony Bourdain basically vouched for him that he was basically the best pizza in town. So
From what I heard, it's not the same recipe though now.
well, the guys who rebought Bert's are using the same recipe and all that stuff.
I was actually gonna say that what's up to my guy actually, because
He's on.
do you realize
Is
that?
that your girlfriend?
No, man,
No,
it's
what?
Miran and I, bro.
Oh, that's your boyfriend.
That's my.
Snowflake.
He's my bro. He's my bro.
Snowflake.
That's my guy. Let me tell you a story. Back on track. We're not talking about pizza right now. We're talking about the Karate Kid.
Okay.
I watched every Karate Kid movie on the flight to Hawaii with Miran. I was actually going to give him a shout out. So,
Wait,
my man,
I
thank you
thought
for
said-
showing up.
I thought you said Cobra Kai at first. I was like, wait, what? I'm like, it just came out. What do you mean? When did? So I was gonna be like, you just went to Hawaii?
We were into Karate Kid before being into Karate Kid was cool.
You know what would make these shows more interesting if we drink beers.
Yeah, and then we like complain about problems that we
Yeah,
have,
and then
how
you
much we
just-
hate our
you get
life.
drunk, like as you just keep going with the show. Then people will be like, "Oh, dude, like literally after 40 minutes, these guys are hammered." Do
Yeah,
like beer shot, beer shot, beer shot.
I mean, I need two, but it's all good.
Anyways, so Bert's is my pick, number one.
Okay,
And you know who else is my other pick? That's a sleeper, Barnaby's.
I know. My other friend Jimmy likes Martin.
Yeah, I like when the jalapenos on there.
That's
Barnaby.
cool. Yeah,
Now I'm on the diet, I can't eat.
yeah.
It's just like, damn it.
Haha.
All right. Anyways, let's get this over with before this guy has a panic attack.
Ah! Banzai.
So, oh Jesus, dude,
Sorry.
relax.
Sorry.
I gotta lower my headset or something. I just popped the eardrum. So, for people who do not know, Marty's on. Look at Money Marty coin. Hey,
does he know what Karate Kid is, or why is he here?
Marty, we're gonna go for Cobra Kai right now. So, Louis put a shirt. Yeah, it looks pretty funny, right?
Wow.
He actually had some surgery on his biceps. He has implants now. So just so people know, they still look small though. Look at that. That's small. How do you, man?
What?
Your biceps. Look how small they are.
Excuse me?
Wow.
They're lean.
Mine are bigger than yours. And I don't even work out.
And I gained 4 pounds. Damn.
Anyways,
I'm gonna put my jacket back on.
For people who do not know, we're Corner Kick Radio is coming back next Friday. I forgot about that. I forgot to say it on the CSCR show. Money Marty will be will be on with us, and we're going to talk about the Champions League final, Liverpool versus Real Madrid, and then we're going to go over the World Cup, and we're going to go every group. We're going to go over every group stage, and then we're going to go over the knockout stages as well too. So,
time out. Can I say this?
Yeah.
If Real wins, can you take that stupid Liverpool sticker off the back of your car?
I will always have a Liverpool sticker on my car. So the bigger question is: are we going to watch this at a bar at Hudson's Place, or are we going to watch it somewhere else?
I'll do it.
Oh, we got to see.
I'll do it. I'm going to wear shoulder pads so you can't punch me.
So
when Real wins.
Oh, I did get my the Egyptian King shirt in 2 days ago.
Salah,
and I'm gonna wear it on the show, I think, on Friday. And then I've got another one is the King of Kiev, and it's Mo Salah going like this.
Kiev?
Yeah, because that's where they're playing in Kiev, Russia.
Oh, I see.
That's where the finals at.
Yeah.
Dude, Marty, this guy doesn't even know where they're playing. This is pathetic. All right. Anyways, we're gonna let's jump right into it. So we are going to talk about a show who really took a lot of people by surprise, I think, overall, if you think about it. So the way this basically, so currently right now, it's the #1 show in the world. It's the #1. Each video are the top, and I think it's 10 episodes, right?
10 episodes.
So all 10 episodes are the top 10 episode or the top 10 viewed videos on YouTube. And everyone's doing that YouTube Red trial, 30-day trial period. But it is, it's doing, I'm being honest with you guys, if it wasn't for Cobra Kai, I don't think YouTube Red would be a hit. You know what I mean? They needed a show like this to get people to watch it and stuff. So a little backstory, because I did some research on this right after I started watching it to look at it. So really who had the idea was what's Johnny Lawrence's, it's Kapka, right?
Yeah,
I think his last name's Kapka.
It's a Polish last name.
So Kapka,
Zabka,
there you go.
Yeah.
So Zabka is the one who really pretty much had the idea. There have been people who have said in the past that they've come up. I canceled my subscription. Yeah, but you're probably going to renew it when the season 2 comes out in fall, because they're coming out in fall with season 2.
Thrifty move.
Yeah. Then I don't think they're going to have a trial period there. I think
man,
you're stuck with the $10 there, buddy. It's just like fork it over. So
economically responsible move.
Yeah. So Zabka, apparently there has been 4 companies that have come to Zabka and asked him to try to renew this under the Karate Kid name and everything. So TBS was one of them. Netflix was actually the other one of them. Not NBC. I forgot who the other one. It was a major Fox. I'm sorry. Was the other one, and then I forgot who else was the other one. So 4 networks have came to him and asked him to do this, and he turned them all down. I'm going to use my brother's name. No, I don't think you can.
Yeah, you can. Just steal his email.
They're not going to do the 30-day trial anymore.
No, they're going to need more buy-in. They'll do it.
Whatever. I don't know. So what they're going to do. So anyways, so Zabka finally, Sony owns the name to Karate Kid. And Zapka decided Sony came to them and asked them, hey, we want to do the show. He didn't want to use the Karate Kid name, though, because he said he didn't want to live up to what the show was and he didn't want to let people down. So he told Sony the only way he'll do this is if he had direct creative rights to it. So he ended up joining, and he ended up getting Ralph Macchio, and then what's Kreese's name? I forgot. Martin Kove. And they ended up getting the three of them together. Ralph Macchio and Zapka originally helped with the screenwriting and direct and produce the show. And then they decided to go ahead with it. So in the first 4 days it was released, how much money did they make?
You told me it was like
85 mil.
Yeah, ridiculous, right?
First 4 days of the release on YouTube. So
great success. I'm very happy for them.
They're getting ridiculous amounts of money. And it's the hottest, like I said, it's the hottest show on network TV, on YouTube, on internet, on anything. It's the hottest current series in the world, not just in the United States. So
let me ask you this, and this is for everybody at home. Are you guys surprised by this? I mean, like, I know I'm not.
I am.
But in a way I am.
Wait, surprised that it's good?
Are you surprised that there was this amazing reaction to it, that people actually just came off out of the woodwork? I had people at work telling me like, hey man, I saw that, that's dope. I'm like, damn, really?
I'm not surprised by the reaction. What I'm surprised about is how good it is.
Okay, yeah. Well,
and what I mean by that is that, think about this.
It's actually good.
Every time you do a sequel or a spin-off of something, what ends up happening?
Yeah, it's complete squash. Yeah.
So I'm shocked at the fact that this came out and it was like, damn, it was good. So I'm trying to think of like what's the last show I watched where you watched the first episode and you couldn't stop watching. You just kept like going and going, binge watch basically. The last one I think for me was Band of Brothers. I don't know if you ever saw that.
No, I can't get into anything.
So Band of Brothers for me, I remember when it was on HBO, I saw the first episode. And I was like, oh, man, this is good. I got to watch the second one. Then I was like, damn, this is getting better. Got to watch the third one. I'm like, damn, now I need to know what happens. Watch the fourth. I mean, I saw it all night. Like all night I stayed up and saw like all 11 episodes of Band of Brothers in one night. So in a way, that's what Cobra Kai was when I was watching it. So
it was for me.
Like I watched the first episode and it was like, Jesus, man, I forgot how old I was when Karate Kid was out. I was like 8, 9. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, this is nuts. I'm remembering my youth. Then you saw the second episode and you're like, you got to be kidding me. This is awesome. And then the third and fourth, I literally saw the whole thing in one night.
I think I did too. I actually like missed a couple episodes because I passed out. I just was.
Yeah. I mean,
it was late. It was like 3 a.m.
It was nostalgic. I love the way that they put their old, skits or what have you, old footage on
yeah, the flashbacks.
Yeah, you know what Levi told me, which was very interesting as well too. Remember in the beginning, in the first episode, the scene where he had the swan kick.
That's called the
crane.
The crane, yeah.
All right. In the old footage,
I'm sorry. The swine kick?
Swine kick? The
swine flu?
Go ahead. When he hit him in the face, they never had footage in the original Karate Kid of him getting hit that close up. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that might have been edited. And that's how the movie started, if you remember,
yes,
or the show.
They said that was old footage that Sony had from the original Karate Kid that they never used.
Great. Smart thinking.
And remember when Johnny Lawrence was on the ground and then the view of the camera was on top coming down?
Yes.
That was
not part of the movie. Yep.
That was computer generated.
Okay. Wow.
So they did a lot of things to try to like go back into that era. So, you know what I want to, well, we'll talk about it after we talk the season 2, like what we think is going to happen.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I think that the way they were bringing back
the crane. I'm sorry. That's hilarious.
When done right.
No can defend. Mr. Miyagi.
Remember the bonsai tree one where he just so happened to have one of those cutters in his pocket.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Come on, dude. That was so funny. And remember his Firebird. He had the old Firebird from the original show.
Pontiac, yeah.
The red Firebird.
Yeah.
Something Jackman loved.
He reminds me a lot of don't
Jackman.
tell him that, but yeah.
He's probably going to listen.
Oh,
Dude, Jackman won't watch it.
Damn. Why?
I don't know.
I think it's because he's like, no, man.
He's like stuck in his thing. He only watches like Me TV.
It's up his alley.
I know. That's why I keep telling him. I'm like, dude, I'm
stuck in the 80s too.
I don't think
Come on, Mush,
I don't think he knows how to use YouTube. He's like Tom Chris.
Jack.
Like he's our producer here and he can't even operate shit. Took us like a week and a half to get the studio back together again with Tom Chris. But yeah, so anyways, so episode 1 basically went over like Zabka's life, Johnny Lawrence's life.
Yep.
And then episode 2 really was going over
LaRusso's view,
LaRusso's life. And then 3 then started going on with the story of Lawrence trying to open up his own business, Karate Kid Dojo, because or Cobra Kai Dojo, which there was that kid in his apartment building that
by the way, spoiler alert, guys, we're gonna probably
this is gonna be all spoilers. So if you don't want to watch or you haven't watched it, just
tune out of this. But then shame on you for not, so just stay here anyway.
And then all of a sudden he's training the kid, and then I like the fact that they had like the nerdy kids. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like they grabbed the nerdy kids that were getting beat up and picked on in school, and then they had Joey do all of the stuff.
Johnny Lawrence.
I keep saying Joey Lawrence. 5. He started making him like, what was the guy's Hawk? The guy with the mohawk and
Hawk. Hey, Lip.
I told you. I think I texted you who my favorite character was.
Yeah, give me a sec.
The fat girl.
Yeah,
dude, that chick is nuts.
She was a beast.
I know.
She had a lot of anger.
Remember when Lawrence told her get in front of everyone and give him a punch in the face. And she's like sitting there just nailing him. But in any case, then it goes on with the training, and then Ralph Macchio finds out about it, and then Ralph Macchio then the tournament thing happens. Oh, look who's on.
Oh, what?
No way, dude. Look at the guns. Look at Mikey. Look at the guns.
No, I'm embarrassed.
Why? Because he's got bigger guns than you?
I wouldn't say that. Are they bigger?
I don't know.
I can lift more than he can.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding, Mike. It's a joke.
He's scared of you, dude.
I'm not scared.
Mikey, how much can you bench, bro? He's probably gonna be like, I haven't benched in 20 years.
I don't think he knows how to type.
He's probably like, how did I get
I think him and like Jack are like hanging out and watching us laughing their asses off.
How did I get in this room, and how did my phone get here, and why is Louis and why is Pistolaros and
what's happening? Who is this guy?
What is wait, huh?
Anyway,
so then what happens is they go into that All Valley tournament, and then from the All Valley tournament, they couldn't get.
What? No, I'm sorry.
It.
What?
No, you cannot do 345, Malaka.
Are your joints okay?
That's not right.
Yeah, with what? How many spotters do you need for that, Mike?
Yeah, you can't do that. He needs like 4 spotters, two on each side to help him lift it.
I know, right? He's got like all these guys that are on here, Scotty and Miron, and they're like helping him there.
So anyways, so then they go into this All Valley tournament, and they're banned from it, Cobra Kai. And then they find out that Ralph, when I was 20, yeah, of course I know that. How much now? Like 120? Ralph Macchio is part of the board. Daniel LaRusso is part of the board, and then he didn't want him on there. Nonetheless, they finally let him in the tournament, and then they have this kid who he was his disciple, his pupil that he was teaching.
Do you want to talk about how he met him?
He met him through where they lived together.
Well, he saved him, right? Remember in the beginning?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That was cool.
Yeah, so there was it was almost like they never had that in the original Karate Kid.
I mean, it happened to him, right?
No, it was. This Mr. Miyagi found Daniel LaRusso when he was getting beat up.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's the same way. So basically, Lawrence was at a convenience store eating a slice of pizza, and then the bullies, like the Joy Lawrence or Johnny Lawrence crew, ended up going in there, and they ended up picking on this kid that was his neighbor. And then when they ended up, they were starting to beat him up, and then all of a sudden, Lawrence jumps in and helps him and stuff. And then that's how it started. Yeah. So yeah, Marion said the same thing. Miyagi saved Daniel. That's how it happened.
Yeah.
In the original one. So that's how they initially met, and then they ended up living in the same complex and stuff on there. Hey, Vukic, look at Hop Hop. You like that? We got his mic there too for him, so he can talk. We gotta get
He
Mike.
looks like such a creep. He's gonna scare people away, dude. Move him from there.
We gotta get Mike on here too one day. He's a huge bear fan.
Yeah,
he can talk about bears. No?
He's probably just gonna bring a bench and like lift weights.
Yeah. Mike's too scared. I think he won't be on there. He's scared like Hop Hop
or Jack.
We'll get a picture. Oh yeah, I think Jackman's scared.
Just head cold.
We got to get a picture of Mike and Jackman and just start putting their fat heads all over.
Jack Vukic.
Anyways, so they ended up going into this tournament, and then ended up being that Lawrence had a son, and the son ended up finding out that his dad Lawrence was opening up Cobra Kai, and he ended up trying to get revenge on his father. So he ended up going to Daniel LaRusso, and Daniel LaRusso started training Lawrence's son without them knowing. Then they ended up finding out, and then all of a sudden, this kid that Lawrence was training was starting to like LaRusso's daughter, and ends up becoming sort of like a little love triangle thing. He ends up finding her with Lawrence's son, and they all end up finding out and all that stuff, so on and so forth. The finale is they end up going into the All Valley tournament, and then Cobra Kai wins this time. Wait, why is you saying hi or bye? He's sitting by.
Why'd you like it?
He left.
Anyway.
That he's leaving?
Oh, okay. I get it. Yeah.
So, nonetheless, I think that it was very well put together. I like the way Lawrence was like those one-line comments he was making to the kids.
But
no, not just that. Just like the one-liners that he was giving to those kids. Remember that fat kid?
Yeah.
He's something with his titties.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, the best one is this. And this shows you what kind of guy John Lawrence is. What's his name? You know, his star pupil had his inhaler, and he was like puffing for air because he was so deconditioned. And then he goes, "What is that?" He goes, "It's my inhaler." And then John Lawrence goes, takes the thing, throws it across the room, and goes, "Whatever it is, your asthma and then all that other made up bullshit, get rid of it." And he's like,
yeah,
but it's a medical condition. He's like, I don't care what it is. Get rid of it.
And then when he was looking at Hawk because he had the cleft lip.
Yeah, lip. Oh my God, I want to look away, but I just
it's like, what
can't.
is that?
And it's like either this guy's just not in tune at all, or
it's both. I think they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't have compassion, that he just says it the way he hears.
Maybe he's got Asperger's.
No? I don't know. It would be fun. But I don't know. I think his character was pretty good. I liked Ralph Macchio's character as well too.
Ooh.
I don't know. I mean, I guess, what do you think is going to happen in season 2?
Before we jump to season 2, I mean, I don't know. Well, let's look at it. I think there's a lot of unsolved stuff here, right? Because in order to
a lot of unanswered stuff.
Yeah, look at it like this. I mean, Daniel LaRusso, especially now, and this is where this Cobra Kai gets real complex. Think about this. Daniel LaRusso keeps bringing up those old demons. He has not let go of the fact that Johnny was bullying him for whatever that was, those 3-4 years.
Yeah.
And it's really cultivated a negative, negative. Yeah. He's really been kind of a negative character. He's not as righteous as you'd think, right? I mean, he's not the same Daniel LaRusso that we saw in The Karate Kid with Mr. Miyagi. He's a little bit of a vindictive, selfish guy himself, right?
Oh,
and
man,
maybe
I can chill in this chair. This is
good. Yeah. Anyway,
so I think. Do you think his daughter is going to end up being one of the main characters or one of the focuses? Because remember, she was the first pupil of his.
Yes.
So I think somehow his daughter is going to end up being in tune somehow with this whole thing.
She's going to join Cobra Kai.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Do you think that I think next season they're going to end up doing that bonsai tree logo on the back of the shirt for what's his name's dojo, Ralph Macchio's dojo?
Yeah, remember at the end when they're like, Daniel LaRusso's gonna coach, taking us back to the first Karate Kid. Daniel LaRusso's gonna coach.
So I think that that's going to happen there too. I don't know. The way I think they're going to go next season, I want to know how many episodes they're going to do too, which it's coming out this fall actually already.
Sounds good.
They already started filming, they said. But the way I think it's going to go down is I think Creasy, who comes back at the very end, and he says, what did he say? Like, you did exactly what I wanted. You started it again.
He said something like, let's get it going again.
Yeah, so I think that Creasy's going to come back in, and then Creasy's going to continue to keep doing things the way he did it back in the day, be rough and obviously no mercy. And I have a feeling Lawrence is not going to like that. So I don't know if Lawrence is going to leave and then join with LaRusso since his son's there. And then all of a sudden, Ralph Macchio and Lawrence are training his son. And then that kid that he was training Lawrence is going to stay with Creasy.
I don't know.
But then how do you fit in the daughter? Because you can't have intergender matches, can you?
I mean, well,
can the girl fight the kid?
Yeah, you can. You had
and then the girlfriend, boyfriend?
Maybe. I don't know. Well, you know who I think they're going to bring back too? Miran, you sent me this. My favorite guy. Remember from part 3? Mike Barnes? No, the killer? Karate's bad boy?
Yeah. What about the girlfriend, Elizabeth Shue?
That's his mom.
No, the girl, Ralph Macchio's girlfriend that used to date Lawrence.
That's not Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah, that is.
Elizabeth Shue's his mom, man.
No, it's not.
Oh, those Cobra Kai were awful. Do you remember what they did to you? Remember
that? What's going to happen to her?
I think she's going to become the student, and she's going to.
No. The girlfriend. I think they're going to have to bring her back.
Yeah. Daniel LaRusso's daughter.
The old girlfriend. No. The old girlfriend.
Allie.
Yes.
Oh, why didn't you say so? Yeah, that was the best. Let's take it back to the first season.
Elizabeth Shue.
Is that?
That's her real name in real life.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I thought it was his mom.
They're going to have to bring her back.
Sorry, I stand corrected.
So Elizabeth Shue, because remember they were in the bar talking about her?
Yeah.
And then he goes...
That guy's a dick.
Goes, how do you know? He's like, Facebook. He's like, what's Facebook?
He gives the Jack response.
I totally thought of Jackman at that moment when he's like, what's Facebook? And I'm like, Jackman. He doesn't have one to this day. He's like, I don't have Facebook. I don't care. I don't care.
Oh, shit.
I was trying to show him how to use Twitter. He didn't want to hear it.
I don't know how to use that.
I'm like, you have to do hashtags and copy people with the @. It's like, you can't. He's like, I don't care. I don't want to. He sits there and he tweets people and no one sees it. He's just like, oh man, the Bulls are on fire. No one sees the tweet because he doesn't hashtag anything.
Well, because he doesn't add people.
And I'm like,
right?
dude, if you click on your trend, there's like 2 people that viewed it, me and you. I'm like, if you hashtag certain people, I'm like, you'll start getting more people looking and viewing your tweets. Oh, I don't care. I'm like, so then why do you tweet if no one sees it? I'm like, makes no sense then. Don't be on Twitter. Girl and boy divisions are separate after 12 in karate.
What happened? What about that girl that was competing with the big girl, right? The big strong girl.
Yeah,
she fought in that tournament, right? So that's probably
but I forgot who. It's a fought.
Fictional.
How does Marin know so much about Karate Kid?
He's actually a karate athlete, karate champion, and an instructor.
Oh, so that's why he likes the show so much.
Well, I mean, dude, it's a classic. Everyone loves it, but I mean, I think those are actual rules. This is a fictional creation.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll do boy versus girl even in the show.
Well, they did, right? The big girl, right?
I don't think I'm trying to remember who she fought.
She lost to, I can't remember who it was, but somebody beat her. I think it was that the guy with the last year's champ with the obnoxious mom that was like, "Oh my God, you got it."
They thought she was a boy.
Oh shit.
I don't know, but I mean, either way, oh, dude, you didn't tell me to replay this again.
Is it time?
No, just wanted to keep
young hearts beat fast. Driving the flashbacks. Can we talk about that for a second?
What's the flashback?
The flashbacks.
Oh,
in Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
How awesome was that?
Hey, you know what was a good reference that I liked a lot? Remember towards the end when Daniel LaRusso was going to the old Mr. Miyagi dojo?
Yeah.
And then you saw all the old cars that Mr. Miyagi had. Remember that he used to wax? That was like, whoa, that's awesome, man. So he's going to open that dojo up again. You know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah.
And that was the son there. No, I liked all the flashbacks they used. They used Oh, and then they did the scene with the skeleton suit for Halloween.
Yes.
And then they used that as well. They did the flashback from the golf course, the miniature golf course
stuff. Yep.
What else did they use?
Brought back the song.
They used a ton of flashbacks.
When Johnny was riding and he saw his whole life story flash before his eyes.
Yeah.
That was
when
amazing.
He was drinking.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
what the hell? That's reckless.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I mean, it really. It wasn't a show where I'd be like, oh, it was all right. I mean, I was like, wow, that's a pretty damn good show.
It's mind blowing.
I liked it a lot.
I mean, here's the thing. A lot of us are Karate Kid fans. Whatever they put in front of us, if there's anybody that's watching this that's not a Karate Kid fan, I'm going to tell you the truth. As an independent show, separate from Karate Kid, you will want to watch Karate Kid from this, and you'll enjoy this.
If you haven't seen Karate Kid.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, for people, I think, because we're in two different category age groups, for people that are my age, that I would assume like Star Wars, 90% of people my age have seen Karate Kid, or at least the first three. It'll give you flashbacks. I mean, it's amazing. I think that I've liked Stranger Things. I don't know if you're into Stranger Things on Netflix. And I like Stranger Things because it has that 80s vibe. Because the music and all that stuff, it's a really good show. And it's sort of like a horror / drama movie. But I like it a lot. And this movie brought me back to that 80s era when I was watching it. So it was really good. I liked it. I mean, it was one of the best shows, I think, out there so far. I mean, and I watch a lot.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It was something. I don't know. I'm expecting a lot. I hope they continue this. Obviously, they will. What's it called? Martin Cove, John Kreese, just blew my mind at the end. I was like, what just happened?
I'm trying to think 80s, like shows that tried 80s reboots or something.
You know, and that's the thing they're going to start tapping into. You'll see a lot more of that. You might see Breakfast Club. You might see Ferris Bueller's.
The first. Well, oh, you mean coming back with series instead of movies?
Yeah. I mean, they haven't done that.
I mean, you've got like series already, seasons of like Mr. Robot. I don't know if you guys watch Mr. Robot.
I haven't.
On USA. They did like a season where they were doing a bunch of like 80 promos, music and commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Stranger Things, another thing back into the 80s. Now you got this, another thing back into the 80s. They're going back into that. I'm trying to think like what else like that's out there.
Nothing.
No, you couldn't. I don't know. See, I'm a Breakfast Club fan.
I am too, and that's the thing. That's why we watch these. You know what I mean?
I would not want to see. See, I did. If you rate top movies right now, I have Breakfast Club, and I think I've told you we had this discussion before. Breakfast Club's my #1 movie of all time. I mean, I don't know. Some people were like, "Oh, are you kidding me? There's more movies." To me,
that's your favorite.
It hits a spot, and it reminds me of. It's my favorite movie of all time. #2, I can go back and forth. I thought I wrote this. It was Rounders.
Oh yeah, I think we mentioned that.
Yeah, so
Ocean's 11.
Rounders. No, Rounders is the Malkovich. Remember the Russian?
Oh yeah.
Check. Give the man his money. He beat me fair and square. Grandma. He beat me fair and square.
Well,
because remember when he fucked you in the ass? Boop, boop, boop.
You're out of control,
dude.
Okay, my fans.
It's the best.
My fans
show.
that are watching this movie right now, this clip, they don't like cursing. I'm sorry, guys.
This is explicit.
I'm sorry. Well,
no, seriously, Rounders. You guys gotta see.
They're gonna get very upset.
Rounders is amazing. I love Rounders. It's #2.
Hey, on that note, let me ask you this.
If you remake Breakfast Club, you're going to ruin the original. That's why you don't.
Here's the thing, though. It may not. Let me ask you this question. Can you retroactively boost the movie's value to yourself? Like, I didn't think Karate Kid's value to me could go any higher. I loved it. I was watching it this past summer.
It didn't either. If you remember the other ones they did after 3, like the one with Jaden Smith and all that other garbage.
Well, they had the next Karate Kid too. Remember
those were all horrible.
That's a whole different Karate Kid, though. It's not the same feel. The attachment I had, and I'm sure this is something I want you to answer, and I want the fans to answer. What was your connection to Johnny Lawrence, his evolution, Ralph Macchio, and his evolution? Did you see yourself in those guys as you saw yourself back then in them.
No, I think more so it just reminded me of the past, or just reminded me of the 80s. That's all. And like what I was doing at that current time when I was watching the original Karate Kids and all that. That's all it really reminded me of. There's really no connection. I mean, I do like the fact that they grabbed the two stars, and one was like a wash up that was trying to get his life back on track, and then you got Daniel LaRusso, who was the nerd and was getting beat up, and then all of a sudden now is the rich kid and the most popular guy in town. So it's
but with a complex.
Yeah,
right.
It's basic like storyline. It's whatever succeeds. It's almost like in wrestling, you know what I mean? David versus Goliath, the bad guy versus the good guy.
But don't you see shades of gray in both these guys?
Oh, don't even say that. That's Shades of Grey.
My
wife. Have you ever seen that movie?
Let's not talk about it.
Okay.
It's very awkward.
Wait, you've actually seen it?
It wasn't my choice.
Whoa, you're borderline.
Whatever. It wasn't my choice.
My wife's trying to get me to watch it. I refuse to watch it. That's just, dude, please don't tell me you've seen The Notebook.
I don't remember.
Okay. Oh my God, that's not a good answer.
I forgot them. It doesn't matter. Hey,
Jesus, man.
No, these characters. That's what I liked about it. These characters are complex.
You just broke 2 rules.
Can we talk about Ralph Macchio?
Oh man.
Can we talk about Ralph Macchio? I love Ralph Macchio.
Man codes. They're broken.
Man coders. We talk about Ralph.
Watch The Notebook. You can't watch Shades of Grey.
And you have to love Ralph Macchio.
Yes, that I agree. Ralph Macchio is.
You didn't get a little disappointed by his character?
He looks awkward when he runs. Have you noticed that in the movies?
He looks awkward when he fights.
He runs on his tippy toes.
He like keeps his shoulder near his ears.
Yeah, and he runs like on his tippy toes.
Yeah, I don't know.
And what was that bullshit? What was that Yoda bullshit with him standing on his doing a headstand and then the double kick? That was like.
I'm impressed he could still do it.
Dude, seriously?
Yeah.
That was all like.
He's like an 80-year-old man right now.
That's all with cables.
And he's got a full head of hair.
That's different. Louis, do the blonde kid's face. I hate this school.
You should pull that up. If you can get your phone, I got you. Here, let's keep the topic on Karate Kid. This was Karate Kid Part 1. I'm going to go to my phone and I'm going to get this. Trust me, you're going to laugh your ass off.
Wait, you mean the blonde kid is in Karate Kid 1?
This was like August. Yeah, this was his name was Dutch. Remember how they talked about the references?
See how I remembered? Boom. Man, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah. No, this is hilarious. Is this part of the show?
What's part of the show?
No,
if you play that.
Can I face it towards the camera? You're going to love it. Give me 1 second. Let me find it. Easy. This was in August. No, this was late July. Trust me, you won't regret this. This is hilarious.
Who's going to watch the royal wedding?
Not me.
4 a.m. 4 a.m. I don't know if I'm going to get up for it. I might DVR it.
Don't you want to get yourself a Cobra Kai shirt?
No.
Okay. Why?
No, I'd rather.
What, you some kind of girl or something? Remember that?
I'd rather. Who, Mr. Miyagi said that, right?
Yeah. I think you joke around too much. I think you don't concentrate enough. Tournament right around the corner. Get up, stand up. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was good.
You
times.
did that pretty good, man.
I know, man. I can quote the whole movie. I was actually hoping to do that, but I figured you'd throw a fit. All right. There he is. There he is. John Dutch. John Dutch. It's a 3-second clip. Just play it in front of the camera.
Driver punch.
Driver punch. All right. Okay, it's loading.
You have the worst internet ever. What service do you have?
Sprint.
Horrible.
It's loading, right?
Yeah.
Play it again. Just one more time, please.
You can't see it good.
You can't? Look at this. Remember that?
You can't see it.
Okay. It's part 1.
Oh, I see it.
It's the first movie, right?
I don't know why you think that's funny.
Look at his face, man.
That's one of the worst details ever.
Okay, whatever. Fine. I wonder what that guy's doing now. Hey, do you think they're going to bring those guys back?
They might bring some of them back. Like, I think the 2 blonde guy friends that he had.
That was
Lawrence.
him. Dutch.
Yeah.
Dutch and Bobby was one.
I think they're going to have to. With the success that it's been doing, they're going to have to. Like, who was the guy? Silver, wasn't it?
Terry Silver. No, he came in part 3.
Well, laughed at that we all laughed at that on the plane.
Yeah. It was hilarious.
I think Silver is going to come back.
Yeah, I hope so. And so he trained Mike Barnes. Remember when he was in the
Yeah.
shower and they were talking?
In the shower.
I mean, that sounds creepy, but it was hilarious. It was
When they're
awesome.
in the
One of
shower
the greatest,
talking.
one of the greatest lines in cinematic
Speaking
history.
of shower talking, Hop Hop's probably still watching us, not saying a word.
Yeah. Do you think he saw Cobra Kai?
I don't know. He's the owner of Cobra Kai. Oh, Silver is.
Silver?
I don't know.
He was at one point.
Yeah, but no, he can't be the owner now unless, well, whatever.
You never know. I hope they bring him back. Thomas Ian Griffin is his name.
Hey, so what is your take on Platini and all these fixed stuff going on in soccer?
It's a little of a, it's a stretch. It's a theory.
Wait, what's a theory? He just came out and said it.
I love me my Italians, but let me tell you something. Italians always find something to complain about in football. It's just the way it goes.
So he was a UEFA head, and he's coming out and he's saying that.
Is he just mad because Italy didn't win the World Cup that year?
I think he just came out today, and he has said that he, just like Obama's when Blagojevich and all these guys were trying to sell Obama's a Senate seat. He came out and said that they were taking bids for World Cups and UEFA Cups and Euro Cups, and they 1998, I think it was, they fixed it and purposely set it up for France and Brazil to be in the finals, and they took cash for it. Then they also have links for when Greece won the Euro Cup. There's 2 millionaires that have given Platini money so they can have Greece beat Portugal for the Euro Cup. And there's he said there's way more than that. I mean, that's because Sepp Blatter doesn't want to get locked up in prison. I don't think they would, but
FIFA is one of the most corrupt institutions in all sports. I understand that, but what can we do about it? You know, it's like retroactively, like get France and what was it, Brazil out of the final?
France and Brazil, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it wasn't in '98. It was in France.
Yes, and then in 2002 was actually France Brazil again, wasn't it?
No, I don't think it was France. I think it might have been Germany.
Brazil definitely won that World Cup.
Yeah,
I
think it was Germany.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. So I mean,
but I think it was because France, that was their home. It was in their homeland, and that's why I think they wanted it for France and Brazil, and France ended up winning it.
It's big news. I mean, but I don't know. There's nothing we can do about it now. Do you think it's going to end corruption in sports?
No.
Bringing attention to it?
It will continue. It may bring. Actually, to be honest with you, I think it may hurt the World Cup a little.
Why?
Some people
degrade its credibility.
Yeah, I think some people will be like, "Really, man? Screw it! I'm not going to watch it."
I think you still have fans, right? Like, I mean, I know.
Well, I'll still watch it, but I mean, that's because we're hardcore fans.
Here's a recent example: Mexico gets screwed every year, right? Like,
but it questions every time you watch a game now. Like, if something's not happening or the ref's blowing it, you're like, "Oh, they're fixing the game."
But you can say that and you can call it out. What we tend to do at the time it's happening is we support the decision and we justify it. And that's the problem. Instead of saying, no, man, that was BS. Argentina's goal against Mexico was offsides. Tevez had no business putting that in the net and it counting, right?
Yeah.
But we don't say that. We just kind of say, oh, Argentina won. Well, they're good, you know. And then 4 years later, wait a minute. We can't do that. We got to call it out on the spot. And then maybe at the time that it happens, Suarez bit Chiellini, right? Yeah. Chiellini was walking around, mira, mira, mira. He was like telling the ref, you bit my shoulder, right? And I'm not just saying that because I love Italy. Yeah. I'm saying it because it was BS. They should have stopped it right there and said, you know what? You're out of there. Or, hey, we're going to punish Uruguay instead of just punishing what's his name? That's the second time Suarez has sacrificed himself for Uruguay's
I think one was in the
success.
EPL and one was in Uruguay, or were both in Uruguay.
What?
Was both for his national team?
Yeah, 2010 against Ghana. Remember that handball at the goal?
Yeah, you're right. And then he did bite someone, I thought, in the EPL when he was on Liverpool.
No, he bit Chiellini in 2014 at the group stages.
He did something, or he headbutt someone in the EPL. He did something in the EPL. I remember that was pretty. I don't really follow Premier that closely, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. It's an elite division.
Yeah, I mean, but you got to punish them on the spot. You can't call it out when it's too late to do anything about it, right? The players, even after a game happens, I have no objection to the refs going back. Wait a minute, Wait a minute. Italy lost that game? No, Italy advances that game because you guys had unsportsmanlike conduct and the ref didn't see it.
What's your take on instant replay in soccer?
You have it, use it. Goal line technology. I don't know why Seth Blatter, whatever, is hell-bent against it. So many teams. England got screwed because of that in 2010.
Do you think it would do good? Like, here's my thing. So say they blow the whistle and they say offsides.
And it's offsides?
But it's not, and it is off. Or if say it's not, what do? They just give that team the ball? Because of the momentum. That's why I think they don't use it. Because of the momentum of that team potentially going in for the goal. If they don't score, it's still momentum. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if it's an offside play,
it
should be called.
This is where I think they should use it. If there's a question where the team then will turn around and say, hey, and they scored a goal. And they said, dude, oh, hold on. He just whistled offsides and we just scored the goal. There's no way he was offsides. And then they can go almost like the way they do it in Major League Baseball and in NFL now, or where the refs or the coach can challenge.
Yeah, they should have some kind of check and balance system. But here's the thing. Do you remember that goal in 2010 that England scored?
Yeah.
And would have put level pegging 2-2 with Germany, England?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened? Germany kept playing, right? As if nothing happened. Final score, 4-1. Goals change games. If that game was 2-2,
it would have been,
England would have had everything to play for. Germany would have had just as much pressure as England. We would have had a game.
I just think at certain times, I think in soccer, they need to give the coach the opportunity to challenge that play. And if there's a goal and then he challenges the offside, he should. But then what do you punish the other team if it wasn't and they turn around?
Exactly. That's why officials,
because like in football, they take a timeout away from you.
See, and then that's the thing. It has to relate, right? Officials in soccer, let's call it soccer. Officials in soccer have one responsibility, and that's making those calls, right? It's not the coach's job to call out offsides.
No, but if you want to, I really think instant replay should be incorporated. But I'm saying, if you incorporate it, there's really nothing you can take from that team if that play was legit and the umpire was right. So all of a sudden, a guy scores a goal, the line judge says offsides. All of a sudden, let's say Real Madrid coach throws and says bullshit, that's not. And then they review the play, and on video, he was offsides.
Yes.
And they turn around and tell the Real Madrid coach, nope, that's legit.
Overturned.
Offsides,
yes.
Overturned. Yeah. But then what do you punish that guy for stopping the game? You know what I mean?
Stopping the game? Yeah, the referee?
No, the Real Madrid coach for challenging that play.
I mean,
there's no timeouts in soccer.
Let me tell you something. You don't want to ever deter somebody from calling something that they think is true.
If they're losing, you take a minute away from their stoppage time.
Fine, but
I'm just saying, like I'm thinking off the top of my head here.
I mean, these things happen in a blink of an eye, right? You know
That's why, in a way, now that I'm thinking about it, you really can't do instant replay in soccer.
Instant replay is harder, but goal line technology you have access to, and we've known about that since what, 2010.
Well, the networks use it.
Yeah.
So,
but why don't they use it in the World Cup?
That's what I'm saying. They should.
They should,
because then that way, when they're challenging the fact of no, that was a goal. No, it's not. At this point, both teams are waiting for the goalie to kick the ball.
Exactly.
So they can go back, review it, and be like, no, overturn. That is a goal.
And if you want,
that they can do.
And if you want to talk World Cup corruption, that's a red flag right there. Why would you not have goal line technology and get the right result if you could?
Because referees are trying to fix all the stuff.
Because there might be some incentive to change that, to stop that, right?
Yep.
I mean, I see the reason why they would want Germany to go through before England, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, Germany's a classic team. England's known to choke and fail. Sorry. But
no, they are.
It's true.
England
it's true.
And we'll talk more about this, guys, on next coming Friday. We're going to do Corner Kick Radio, which we've only done like 3 episodes. And if you think, actually, if you look at the numbers, Corner Kick Radio are some of the highly rated, most rated soccer shows of all our shows. Like you get a lot of listens to that. Podcast version wise, obviously.
Oh yeah, we did that a few times.
All right, what else we're gonna do here?
I don't know, man. Final review of Cobra Kai. Tell us, what do you think?
I would give it like an A-.
Ooh, why the minus?
I think the story was very well put. I think these flashbacks were very, very good. This is going to be a negative too. And I haven't told you this one yet. I think everything was pretty well done. And everything, there's a lot of details in the show where if you look at them, it's a flashback to them back then. I just think that, and it's my personal opinion, I think Machio was okay. But I think Zabka's acting wasn't the best. I think there were certain times when he was saying lines, it just seemed like he wasn't like all into it and stuff. So I don't know if it's going to get better. I don't know if he's going to. He seemed a little off sometimes in the show. That's it.
Okay.
But I mean, the nostalgia, the flashbacks, the details, Ralph Macchio, the one-liners that Lawrence was putting out, and looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next, all made up for that. So I thought it was great.
Yeah. No, I mean,
it's still an A. A is an A, minus or plus.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, the only thing that I could think of that I would criticize, just being me, and it's also a plus. Let me tell you this: it's so cheesy, but I love it. Does that make sense? No. I feel like people our age,
it's not cheesy.
It's cheesy. I mean, the whole Galvin stuff, playing the songs that they played.
That's what they did in the 80s, really.
Yeah.
You didn't grow up in that era.
I know, but I'm saying there's so much flashback. It's like an overload, but I love it.
That's what they really did back then.
We loved it, I think, because we're fans. And to the people that have never seen it, it's new, so they like it, and it worked out perfect. I'm just saying, if it wasn't Karate Kid, I would definitely get annoyed.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you're not a Karate Kid fan, you wouldn't like this?
No, that's not what I said, because I'm saying, like, let's say if I wasn't a fan of a series that I have seen in the past, does that make sense?
Yeah.
I wouldn't enjoy the constant beat down of flashbacks from the past. Does that make sense?
How do you like this?
I still think we should play You're the Best. All right. It's copyrighted.
Well, you can sing it. You just can't play the tune on there.
Oh, okay, good.
Because then Ralph Macchio and Zabka are going to ask for royalty fees from our shows.
But after we praised them so highly,
yeah,
and said
best hot dogs in the city, top 3.
Damn, you're taking this to hot dogs. I like Gene and Jude's. Super Dog is a little overrated, but I got to put it up there somewhere.
Okay. So Gene and Jude.
Do you remember Flukies?
They're still around some places.
I'd like to try a Fluky.
There's one, I think, at the Tui Walmart, inside the Walmart.
How do you know that?
The original store that was by Mather High School.
Oh yeah, I did see it there.
That's shut down, I think. But there's one inside there because I go to Fresh Farms all the time.
Oh, okay.
I have Gene and Jude's.
Yeah.
Jimmy's Red. No.
Never tried that one.
Yeah. Gene and Jude's, Jimmy's Red Hots, and then I have River Red Hots, Rand Red Hots. It's on River Road.
Just looking at my hair.
It's in Des Plaines. It's really good. You got to try it if you never tried it. It's just like Gene and Jude's. It's just.
Did they steal their recipe?
I think they did in a little bit. If you try them out, I took Chipper there one day. He loved it.
Did he actually?
Pizza. I have
Tom Chris. You took Tom Chris there?
Yeah.
Why?
I have not Pequot, Bert's, Barnaby's,
Pizza Hut, Domino's. Oh
no. And then probably Pequot's up there too, third.
Gino's East is good.
Similar stuff.
Gino's East.
Muggs isn't too bad.
I don't like it.
It's pretty decent. All right, what else do you got?
I don't know, man. I just want to say I loved Cobra Kai. I hope we see more. I'd love to do another review of that series too.
Top 3 movies.
I'm stuck in the 80s. Karate Kid, Rocky.
That's your top 3?
Yeah, man. I'm loyal.
Wow.
Wait, I got to think of my third. Don't interrupt me. Let me finish.
Do you watch any TV?
No, man. I don't have time.
TV. They invented the thing called DVR, Jackman. You can just DVR your shows now. You don't do that?
There's so much to keep up with. It just gets confusing. I can't.
All right, here you go. I'm going to throw them out.
I just can't.
Showtime has this show called Billions. It's amazing. It's about a hedge fund manager and a state's attorney, and they're going after each other. Awesome show. They also have another show called Homeland. It's getting a little
I've
stale.
heard of that one.
It's getting a little stale because it's getting towards the end, but very interesting. I think they have one more season left, and that's pretty much it for them. HBO obviously has
Jersey Shore. Oh my God.
Game of Thrones. Hey, the new season of Jersey Shore, that's fire, bro.
Yeah.
The new season that's out is fire.
Please.
I love it.
I'd rather pull my eyes out than sit through an episode.
Dude, I love it. It's fun. I wouldn't say grew up, but I watched all of them. I used to love watching them. They're just funny. It's a train wreck.
Really
HBO
is.
has Game of Thrones, and then for people, you know a show you like and make your brain.
Easy, Tom Chris.
It'll make your.
Is he around, by the way?
No,
I feel like he's lurking
here somewhere.
It's just something's not going right.
It'll make your brain think. Westworld.
I've heard of that one too.
On HBO, watch it. Dude, I saw the entire first season and I had no clue what was going on. It's you get so confused that you keep watching it, and then you'd think when you don't get a move or show, you're like, all right, I'm not watching this anymore because I don't know what the fuck's happening. But it's like you kept watching it, you're like, I don't know what's going on, but this is like really weird. It makes your brain move to think like what's happening. And it's really good. I love it. Even season 2, which just started, which is pretty good as well too.
Nice.
Do you watch Ballers on HBO?
No,
with The Rock?
I don't think I have HBO anymore.
Dude, you know what kind of Fire Stick?
What's that?
The Amazon Fire Stick.
Is that a Facebook thing?
You can get it with like Kodi software and everything. You just put it in there and you get everything for free.
Quiet.
And then you don't have to get HBO and stuff. You have it on there. You just watch your favorite shows.
Can I say this? Johnny Lawrence made it cool to not be hip. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I take pride in the fact that I don't know what Twitter is or any of this stuff.
Jackman, why are you tweeting if 2 people watch your tweets? I don't care. Then don't go on Twitter. Makes no sense. I don't know.
Maybe you're one of those people. Maybe it's for you. Maybe it's to make you mad.
I get like.
Do you think him and
I don't get a lot of people who view them, but I get at least 3,000 to 4,000 people view my tweets.
Wow. Do you think Tom Chris and Jackman are in cahoots?
Hey, I'm at WCSN 312 is my Twitter, and then that's the networks, and then at Big Nick Kold. Anyways, go what?
Do you think Jackman and Tom Chris are in cahoots?
No.
No? I don't know, man.
No. We'll actually have to find out next week what happened with Chris's date with Monica.
Yeah.
See what's going on with that.
Yeah.
This is Stranger Things 80s music. You don't like it?
I mean, it's okay. It's just not copyrighted, right? We're not going to get like...
Yeah, this is all royalty free.
We're not going to get pulled out of our house for this.
No, I don't
Okay,
think so.
good.
This is like Grand Theft Auto stuff.
Welcome to the jungle.
Okay, that's not it.
No.
I'm the one who survived.
Remember that?
No.
The Russian guy? No? Okay.
The Russian guy.
Yeah, man. It's one of those.
If Jackman was here, he'd be talking about Rocky. I guarantee you that.
What if they did a Chronicle of Rocky? That'd be interesting.
Well, they sort of did do that. Well, Rocky was training that one kid in his new in the new one. The movie.
Yeah.
So they did do that in the new
Creed,
one.
yeah.
They just didn't make it into a series.
Yep.
But
yeah. Something
all right.
to say about that.
Anyways, I think we're gonna end this.
Okay.
We did about an hour and a minute. So what we'll do is we'll talk this nonsense. We'll have Chris come in here one day too. Tom Chris. And I got a buddy who might want to do these too. I got to give him a nickname.
As long as it's not Tom Chris.
Well, no, Tom Chris might be good on some of this stuff. He'll start talking about the Rockefellers and about all this cash and
we don't want
how we're puppets. Like you guys will go on for like
you
2
don't
hours
want listen to this. You don't want Tom Chris anywhere near anything. He's just a buffoon.
I'm surprised. Well, he'll probably hear this stuff later in text.
No, he doesn't know how to text.
He's probably pissed that we kicked him out on Wednesday. Did you see we kicked him out?
You know why he hangs out with Monica, right?
Because I don't know.
Because she knows how to text, and he doesn't. He's a moron.
He's
his dad owns the company.
Did you see
he lets him do whatever he wants.
Did you see WTR at the beginning?
Yeah, I saw.
Levi was yelling at him because he just messed everything up.
Good.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
Can't wait till we just kick
All
him
right.
out.
So we will be back. How often we'll do these, we're not sure. We'll probably Pistoleros will probably send messages out on his
Bang bang.
to when we're going to be
To
doing
my
this.
millions and millions of fans that are probably sitting at home right now not chanting my name, but it's all good. I mean,
We for sure will be. We won't be doing a WTR this Wednesday. The next WTR will be on June 13th, but we're doing a soccer show this Friday. So and that's a big one because Saturday is the final for the Champions League. And I think that's pretty much it. Is Scotty the only one out there, I think, of viewing? We get more hits on podcasts anyways, man. That's just the way it is.
it's just the way life goes.
We're going to try to go on Twitch eventually, too.
Twitch.
So hopefully people on the podcast join on YouTube so then we can get more on YouTube and stuff. So anyways, and I didn't put this we were doing this on our social media. I should have done it, but we didn't do it. So anyways, we will be, we'll see you guys for sure on Friday, this coming Friday. Have a good weekend. It's probably going to be rainy, but hopefully everyone stays dry. Everything's getting warmed up. Don't break the studio. And we will see you guys Friday.